Hello and welcome to a special episode of Kakuchopurei's Untitled KKP show. Well, not so much untitled because now we're talking about the year that was, which is 2025. So where I talk to a bunch of awesome content creators, editors, and journalists about their top picks of 2025, whether it's gaming or esports content or indie events and what have yous. So joining me, I'm your host, Mr. Toffee, Jonathan Toyat, and joining me is of course Nathalie Tay from the Magic Rain. How are you doing, Nathalie?
Good. It's been a crazy year.
It has been. You've been doing a lot on your site. So tell me more about
Yes.
what has 2025 been for you, and not just for Magic Rain, but also, I guess, Charm Drinkers, because you're a Twitch streamer, of course.
Yeah.
And also, you organize Indie Jam, which is a indie game expo for Malaysia and Southeast Asia that has been ongoing for a bit. So tell us more about the trifecta on your side.
Yeah. We've had a really busy year for events for the Magic Rain this year. It kicked off with Indie Jam at the start of the year. I think it was our biggest Indie Jam yet. It's kind of crazy to think about it now, actually, because it happened all the way in April, and now we're in December, and it feels like a lifetime ago. And I'm really preparing for the next one. It's chaotic. But it was
did you announce the date yet for the next one?
I did. So the next one is 4th and 5th April, and we're moving to Management and Science University, MSU, in Shah Alam. Yeah, so I guess it's a good indicator of the event's growth. We showcased so many indie games, brought in so many speakers from across Southeast Asia, and now we're moving to a bigger venue, so pretty crazy.
Nice.
But other than that, we've been doing pretty much everything. We've been doing like tabletop events. I've been doing, like you said, the streaming stuff. We've still been showcasing like games every month with the Charm Drinkers. So lots of gaming stuff, lots of trying to push the spotlight back onto Southeast Asian games and devs. It's been nonstop.
It's been a lovely 2025 from you. Busy, in fact, I must admit. Yes.
Yeah.
And the reason why I want to bring you here is because I want you to share to the whole world and, Malaysia, wherever, about your personal top 5 games of 2025. Maybe it could be 5, maybe it could be 10, who knows? I mean, it's really up to you how you want to bring it. Because I know you've been playing a lot of games, whether it's indie or AAA or everything in between. So I figured, hey, why not we ask like other people and you especially, because you've been knee-deep with helping out indie developers in Asia, and I figured you would have your own curated picks on your side. So let's get right to it. So maybe you want to talk about your first title, or fifth. It's not really ranked, if I'm being honest. It's like anything that's within the top circle, top 10 or top 5 circle in your list.
Yeah. I do have to preface, I don't think I played a lot of the like big titles that came out this year. Like, I think out of all the Game of the Year nominees, did I even play a single one? I don't think so.
I think you did. You told me you played Clair Obscure or a couple of...
No, I didn't. I didn't.
Oh, okay.
I haven't yet. So I'm really behind on like the Game of the Year list specifically. But I did manage to do like quite a bit of indies this year. So I'm going to have a list that doesn't... I don't know. If you ask me again in 2 months, it might change.
Fair enough.
Trying to play some games over the holidays. But hopefully, like I can bring up some titles that like maybe people haven't heard of before.
We can have an honorable mention list as well, especially for games that, I'm looking forward to this, but I'll play it a bit more than,
Oh yeah.
Yeah, just an honorable mention
100%.
after that. Yeah.
Well, I guess in no particular order. I guess I'll have to start with Ball Pit. I got really into Ball Pit.
Right. I played that a bit, but please tell me more on your side. Yep.
It completely consumed my day, like the day that I started playing it. Without realizing it, hours had passed. I've just been staring at this screen like block breaking for the past couple hours without even realizing it. It's so addictive, which is crazy because it's basically just a block breaking game. But the way that they add on skills and characters and variants to the game is so interesting, and what makes it like so replayable.
I think for me, I mean, at first it started out as like, it's a Arkanoid and a Breakout clone to me, and then as I play more and more and unlock it, it becomes a shoot 'em up all of a sudden. Like I picked the gunner guy.
Bullet Hell.
Yeah, Bullet Hell basically. Thank you. I love my bullet hell, and this one actually did sate my craving per se in terms of like blowing things up really quick, as fast as possible before the enemies start coming down. I think the
Yeah.
first guy you unlock, the gunner, that was the one that made me believe that yeah, this is a shooter to me, 100%. And then when I got the couple, and then when I got the one where basically his projectiles go through first. I think the ghost guy. I forgot what it's
Oh
called.
yeah.
And then
it comes through.
and then I started winning more and more matches. I mean, more levels and a lot more stages when I unlocked the other classes. So, as any roguelite,
Yeah.
you get better over time, even if you die a lot. But I do like the boss structure. I
Yeah.
do like the fact that the graphics also kind of remind me. I guess for me, it's more Amiga-ish for me in the 90s. But how about
I
you?
think the
Like, what do you think?
graphics and the art direction is so hilarious because you're starting a game that, like, when you look at the screenshots, it's literally a block breaker shooter, bullet hell thing, and then the game starts like really cinematic, and then medieval and 3D like rendering
Yeah.
of the Balbilon, right?
Yep.
With
Ball
the
belong,
entire
yeah.
like orchestra. Oh,
It's
I
really,
love
really
I love a
good.
game that has a bit, and I love a game that has a bit that like follows through to the end.
Yeah, it did. What was your
But I
favorite
think
setup for your side?
Yeah. Oh, I really like I think the name was Repentant,
Okay.
or one of the early ones. Their default ball was the freezing one,
Mhm.
because I like that every single time you bounce, your damage stacks. So I ended up using that one a lot, and then eventually, I think the game-changing character for me was the one that plays the game for you.
Which one was it? I don't remember.
Oh my gosh, it's her name is like Wild Heart or something like that.
Wild.
Literally does all the entire upgrades, like plays the entire thing for you. So if you're like looking to just farm materials, I've just kept the game running in the background, and she was playing the game for me.
Nice. Yeah. I'm glad you found like someone a class that you enjoy per se. I mean, every player has like the different stats or different picks or whatnot. So you definitely are into freezing things and getting. Playing the game, or letting the game play itself for you, lah. In a sense, like
It's good for endgame. It's good for endgame
Yeah,
stuff.
yeah,
Definitely still play the game though.
for editor type characters like us, yeah, we need people to do our
Yeah.
work. So yeah, it's great. It's a great pick. Yeah. I think I don't think I have any issues with Ball Pit as far as reviewing goes. It's just that there were so many other indie games at the time too that really took over.
Yeah.
But Ball Pit is definitely up there in terms of like, you want to put that in your top 10 or top 5, yeah, that's a very, very solid choice. There's no wrong answer
Yeah.
when it comes to a game like Ball Pit. Yeah.
Definitely.
All right, let's talk about like your next pick in your list.
Mm, okay, let's throw a wild ball, curveball.
Yeah, curveball.
Pun intended. I really enjoyed Consume Me, which is another indie title. I think this year it was nominated for Games for Impact because it's essentially, if you're not heard of it, it's a wacky life management sim that is essentially about disordered eating or eating disorder. But it's told in a very kind of balls to the walls animation style, and also like parody of life, right? Because basically you play as the developer who has written this as a semi-autobiographical game and narrative. So her name is Jenny, and the character's name is also Jenny, and it's about her trying to maximize or min-max her glow up during summer break so that she can get the grades, earn all the chore money from mom, and then also get a boyfriend. And it's a crazy life management sim. It's very, very fun.
All right. Tell me, I mean, what was it that grabbed you about the game? Was it I'm guessing it's a narrative. This feels more like an adventure game you're describing to me, more or less. So, is that the story that actually made you continue playing and playing, like all the way through?
Yeah, the narrative is definitely a big part. But surprisingly, the management sim aspect wasn't as jokey as I thought it was going to be, because you kind of go into it, it's like all very, almost like a very kiddish kind of art style. You don't expect the gameplay to be that serious, but it does become very, very serious. Suddenly, I could feel myself having the stress of like, oh my god, I have to finish how many biology readings by when? And then having to stack on really funny buffs, like staying up late to get more like action points. or having to like drink lots of caffeine to get more action points, or having to sell my stuff to get more like loose change, to buy more coffee, and then it becomes an endless cycle, and it's weirdly reflective of life. Yeah, it's pretty insane. Like for a 6 to 7 hour experience, it felt like a whirlwind and very interesting.
Yeah, I'm actually just took out the phone just to take a look at it because I remember this game. I saw like it being advertised. There was a trailer for it, I think. It's like the predominantly orange yellow, I guess, art style. Yeah, I like this. It's like I think there was something else that distracted me from this game at the time, but it looked really good. I'm glad to hear that it's like 8 hours and it's getting all the love it's getting from people who like adventure titles. Yep. So the gameplay itself definitely looks like it's a life sim because I played those before, True Love and Tokimeki Memorial, all those games back then. So it looks like it's following that structure, but obviously has that whole like anorexia, eating disorder message it's trying to tell. So yeah, really awesome stuff. What was the rating you gave the game? Like, if you don't mind me asking.
I gave it a pretty good rating. We don't really do like number ratings.
So I guess highly recommended lah. Thumbs up and all that.
It was definitely above average.
Nice.
For me, yeah.
Cool. I think I might want to check this out. I mean, I've already been telling people that I got my own backlog to go through per se. Like still.
Yeah, but it's a short one. You can squeeze it in there.
Yeah, I guess so. Yeah, that'll be great. How about let's go to your third pick for 2025.
I had a lot of fun with this Indonesian title, Chef's Shift. It came out early in the year. I don't know if you remember this one. It's the typing
game. I did play
game
that
that's a
last
restaurant
year.
management sim.
So it came out this year, right? You said?
Yeah, it came out very early this year.
Right. Yeah, just tell us more about like your experiences and how the stage progression is, and tell us why it's your pick.
Yeah. No, it was just very, very fun. Like I'm a sucker for typing games. I love that there's this seemingly out of nowhere resurgence of typing games and typing survival games. But I was really endeared by the Chef's Shift. It was one of the games that we featured at Indie Jam, and then when it came out, I knew I had to play it. And it's very reminiscent of like the games that I grew up playing, sort of like the cartoonish style. Very reminiscent for me of like the browser games from like the early 2010s maybe.
Yeah, the 2000s,
from when I was getting into that sort of thing.
Yeah.
But essentially the structure is that it's a restaurant management sim. You still have to like cook and prepare the dishes and then have it delivered, and then you have to shoot rats when they come and attack your kitchen. But everything is based on typing, and then it gets progressively crazier, both narratively as well as gameplay wise, because you go from managing basically like an Italian restaurant, right? So you're just making pizza, pretty like straightforward in terms of ingredients. Then you go to like making tacos, and then suddenly you're frying tortilla chips and also like chopping up tortilla chips, and there's so many more steps to like each individual dish, and things get crazier in terms of the narrative. It becomes like almost like a Hong Kong drama kind of plot line.
Nice. This sounds like a very colorful title. Like, how about the typing itself? Like, it gets tougher in terms of, I guess it uses symbols and stuff, or how does that work out? Like, do you have to type long sentences, or
So it was pretty interesting the way that they decided to approach this, because they had different characters with different sort of quirks, I guess. Like some characters, when they come in, only do symbols, so they're symbols. There were eventually characters, there was a Japanese like set of characters that came in and you have to do emojis, the text-based emojis.
Oh, okay, man, that's fun. That's fun. Yeah,
and there was even like science-y lab coat characters where you have to type out like drug names or something that looks similar to that,
All right.
Yeah, it gets more complex in that sense, not so much in the length of it.
Yeah, I'll be honest with you, I haven't played a typing game since, I guess Lithica was one of them. I think that was another indie game I checked out, but I only played like about 20-30 minutes of that until I had to jump into another game for work and whatnot. But yeah, I think I might need to add in more typing games onto my. There's even one. Warhammer 40k Bolt Gun had a typing game that came out, a free one. It's a free one. Basically, instead of shooting, you type the words and all the Warhammer words, of course, like matriarch or god, emperor, and all those words that are synonymous with the lore and everything. You type it out, you blow someone's head off, you know, the usual thing lah, like typing of the dead lah, basically. Yeah, those are my kind of like typing games.
Actually, if I can shout out like Glyphica a little bit.
Yeah, please.
Technically not out this year, but they did celebrate their anniversary, and then we helped promote their browser version of the game.
Oh,
because we wanted a way for people to like quickly jump into the game and check it out without, you know, having Steam and then downloading on Steam and this and that. So they created a browser version, which is like basically the same game, but the just a portion of it. Just the endless runner mode. Yeah.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Very
awesome.
Cool.
Shout out to Zwan Ming who made the game, and I remember him doing that stuff. Yeah, good stuff. All right, cool. So any parting words for Chef Shift before we go to your fourth game?
No, play it.
Okay, there you go. Best parting words ever. Yeah. Keep it short. Yes. All right, on to your fourth game. Let's hear it.
I'll jump back to a game that you may have played. Although I don't know how well you do at horror. But one of the big games that I actually put aside time to play was Silent Hill F.
Yeah, let's go for it. All right, okay.
Silent Hill F, incredible. I feel like I have to preface because it was my first Silent Hill game.
That's even better,
I didn't play the previous ones.
That's okay.
I figured it's like safe enough to jump into this one because it's like a standalone thing.
Yeah.
And I had a great time.
This is a completely 100% silent game in everything except the country, because most Silent Hill games take place in the US. This is the first time that a Japanese company, Konami, is making a Silent Hill game in Japan.
That's in Japan,
and it's
right?
all the better for it, honestly. I think, wow, there's so much to love. I mean, I like the writer. I forgot his name, but he did Higurashi. He's a Higurashi guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that show
now I feel like I need to play Higurashi.
Yeah, that game is all levels of fucked up right there, I can tell you that. But
really?
I'm happy that and I'm happy that that traveled onto Silent Hill F. And I think I can nitpick a lot about Silent Hill F, but story is not one of them. The way that you play through it and everything is great. But I like you to talk more about it on your side.
Yeah. I think like as my first Silent Hill experience, I kind of go into it like knowing sort of what are the Silent Hill tropes, you know. But I was very glad that I went into it like pretty much blind and had like a blind reaction to it, because it was really intense and really fun actually. Like I'm a huge horror fan, so I knew immediately that I had to play Silent Hill F. But I just remember having this moment. I guess this is about as non-spoilery as I can get it. But there's the ritual scenes, right? I remember going through that part of the game and watching the cutscenes and seeing how little they censored of it and how much they really like dug into the gore and the grossness of it, that I was like, horror games are back. Horror games are so back.
I think the scene before, I think the big sequence before that was also just as harrowing. Without spoiling, cage, fire. That was pretty hardcore. Yes. I have to be honest. That part was.
Yep.
Yeah, that bit was that, and also the ritual scene. Yeah, that's the highlight. Yeah, I guess highlight of it, as well as how the many conclusions the game has. Because for those who don't know who the writer, he's known for having you play his games multiple times just to see the true conclusion to the game, and that tradition carries on in Silent Hill F, and I believe the game is stronger for it, especially when you notice the changes when you play it on your second or your third playthrough and whatnot.
Yeah. Like after playing the game, I did do some reading into the writer and what kinds of stories he likes to do. I do like his fascination with writing female characters, because I play a lot of the horror genre. We don't get a lot of female main characters, especially not female main characters that are like Hinako. You know, like we get the Claires and the Jill Valentines, and they're all kind of like they're basically, you know, Leon but a girl.
Yeah,
or like
either way,
it's. I mean, Leon by himself is meant to be sort of like a character that you can step into, right? So in terms of personality, he's gonna get a bit here and there, but not too much, right? It's the same when you step into like protagonists for those kind of horror games, female, male. To see the kind of protagonist that we get from Hinako is very rare, and I think I was very emotionally attached to her by the end of it. Just like the narrative that she goes through and some of the struggles that kind of hit closer to home than I expected it to, you know? Like it's very rare to see in a horror game.
Oh, right. I think this is a game. Okay, obviously I'm not female, so I can't really speak in terms of how the game can relate. But I do know that. Do you feel that yes, it approaches female adolescents the best way possible in a horror game, in your perspective?
I think so. I mean, for me, I love this imagery of like, you know, this entire like coming of age and then sort of like going through the pubescent journey is not explored more. I mean, I wish it was explored more, because the entire process, even in real life, is kind of gross, you know?
Yeah.
You're growing into a body that you're like unfamiliar with. Things, people start reacting to you differently. You don't really know how to deal with yourself or how to like exist in this new form. I like that Silent Hill F kind of like brings you through that. Although the focus is a lot more on marriage, right? And then some of the expectations that they're expected to, because it's also a time frame difference, but I think it addresses a lot of the same struggles, right?
Yeah, I think we do need more games that tackle this in a very blunt and, I won't say visceral, more like in a more direct kind of manner, especially when Hinako actually goes in the classrooms and the magic rooms, you know, the one with the ritual and whatnot, where you read the notes of your friends and what they think about you. I think those are like the more...
Yeah.
I think those are the more heartbreaking parts of the game, where basically this is how your friends really feel about your character, and everybody's quite a bitch actually when you think about it. Yeah. And within reason
But
too.
actually really,
within reason. Yeah. It's what
I
you
do
expect.
really enjoy even the side characters, the way that they are written. I know there's so much hate for like
Yes. True.
but I think she's so well written as a side character.
Yeah. Exactly.
I think like I love that the game actually dives into like why she is the way that she is, and she's as much of a victim of that like societal pressure as Hinako is.
Yeah,
you know,
that's what I love
that,
about this game. Yeah, you uncover more, not just from the first playthrough, but also from the second onward, as you get more and more new notes and new discoveries. Which is all I can say, because I don't want to spoil this game. I'd say this is a game I would rather pay full price for, if I'm being honest. So, what say you? I mean, your thoughts? Yeah.
Yeah, totally worth it. I think like for me, when I finished playing it, I was like thinking to myself, this is the perfect game to start the Silent Hill franchise on if you've not tried it before. Like, don't even go to 2, just start with this one. If you like it, then maybe go back. But it's so solid as an entry to the franchise.
Yep, best advice you can give for any horror gaming fan or anyone who just wants to dip their toes into the franchise, without resorting to emulation. Yeah. All right. We got one more game we can tackle and whatnot. So take it away. Hit it on home.
Oof. This is where I am kind of like split because I do have a couple of games. Maybe we can do honorary mentions.
We can.
But I think I want to shout out a game that got a little bit of attention, but I think could use a bit more, which is Tiny Bookshop. It's this tiny indie game that I played. I can't remember which month that it came out as well, a few months ago. But it's a game that is a very light management sim, and you basically manage a bookshop on wheels. And so every day you start your day by stocking your bookshop with the right genres based on where you're going to set up shop. But at the same time, there's like this overarching narrative of you assimilating yourself into the society of this like beachside town. But I think it was just like a game that was made for me and very made for anybody who grew up reading or likes reading. Because the books in the game are actually books that exist in real life.
Oh, okay.
So it was really funny. One of the mechanics in the game is that when people come into your shop, you get to recommend them a book. So they'll sometimes say like, I'm into something, not too many pages, not too gory, this and that. But I want like a comic. And then you get to recommend from whatever you have in stock, right? And one of the books that I had in stock was actually Attack on Titan Volume 1.
Okay.
So they have everything from like Sense and Sensibility all the way to Attack on Titan, and then also Jujutsu Kaisen
Oh, interesting.
and stuff like that.
So it's not just actual literature, but also manga in a sense too, right?
Yeah, manga, comics, like they actually put the books in there, so it was quite fun.
Very cute, very cute. I'm looking at the game right now. I'm guessing the art style is like this. Like, how about the
Yeah,
gameplay and all that? It's like a bunch of screens coming out. We get to see your bookstore in display. How does it work in terms of like gameplay and whatnot? Like,
Yeah, basically you play out the day, right? You start your day by stocking books of a certain genre. Usually, different areas attracts a different crowd, so they read different things. And then you basically play through the day. People come into your store. You'll get to watch them like make the purchases in real time and also recommend books. But there's a surprisingly in-depth sort of buff debuff situation with your tiny bookshop, right?
Okay.
Because if you have certain like decorations, it increases the likelihood that people buy certain kinds of books.
Yep.
And if you have things like a coffee machine, then they'll stay in your store for longer, stuff like that.
Nice.
So it was pretty fun. It was a very chill game to kind of like hop in and hop out. I think that kind of sums up like a lot of the games that I played in 2025 as well. Just games that are easy to hop in for a while and then hop out and then come back whenever I need to take a break.
I mean, with the obvious exception of Silent Hill F, I think every other game is a bit more chillax and cozy. Nothing screams cozy because nothing screams cozy like fighting a giant pregnant monster bitch creature thing.
Oh my gosh!
Over and over and over again. Yeah, I'm happy that update came so you can skip some of the fights, but you might skip some of the interesting dialogue that pops up though. So it's a catch-22 situation for me, being honest. But yeah, those are very, very good. Violent pick, outstanding. I mean, every other pick is definitely something that I guess this show and every other show would need, like, you know, cherry pick like stuff that no one has heard before. Because I think before this, I don't think people knew what Consume Me was before the Game Awards put that in the Games Under Impact thing. Honestly, I was supposed to play a game called Despelota, but I didn't get a chance to. I mean, I liked the trailer.
Oh yeah, the football one.
Yeah, the black and white football thing. Yeah, that was pretty cute. But yeah, I'm glad the sale is happening too. So very serendipitous for me.
Yep.
But yeah, I also am curious about your you mentioned honorable mentions. Like, I'm sure you have a bunch of other titles you kind of want to cram in. Either you haven't finished them yet, or you're planning on playing them during the holiday. So take it away. You can just do a lightning round, basically.
So this was like the toss-up for me between Tiny Bookshop and then the other one was Keep Driving. It's a roguelite. You're on a road trip. It's half like card-based, turn-based combat on the road. So you have to deal with like road ragers and stuff like that, as well as a survival component because you have to stock your car with like food and fuel and repair kits and stuff like that. I had a lot of fun with that. I have to shout out Power Wash Simulator 2.
Yes,
because I loved 1.
Yep.
And then 2 came out, which is 2 was basically just more of 1. So I feel like it's not quite.
I think the office is new, right?
Big of a change. The office is new. They had like a decorating feature, but it wasn't fleshed out very much. So for me, the game is just like more levels, hooray!
And then there's a new spray. I remember I played this at Tokyo Game Show, a new one where it's focused on buffing the floor or some shit. It covers a wide ground. Yeah. It still feels good.
Well, I'm excited because like an Adventure Time DLC is coming out next year.
Okay, cool. What objects you get to clean from the Adventure Time?
I don't know yet. They haven't announced, but I assume like the treehouse, like the Ice King's Palace, hopefully.
Oh, Ice King's Palace, that would be nice.
Yeah.
Not a giant BMO. Also that would be kind of fun. Giant
That'd
BMO.
be kind of fun though. Yeah.
Would they also include Fiona and Cake? Because I did see clips of that.
Ooh. Yeah. I don't know.
Yeah. Because they got the apartment. Basically, you know, like the Fiona's apartment or some shit, or the cake shop that she has.
Yeah.
Anything other games before we wrap it up, or?
I I had a lot of fun with Afterlove EP.
Ah, that was this year.
Yeah,
Yes, I reviewed that.
correct,
That
from
was kind of cool.
Pixelnesia.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
I didn't
I
unlock all
had a
the
good
endings
time with
though.
that.
Yeah, tell me more about like what made you. I mean, what drew you to it basically.
Hmm. Um, I mean, for me, it was at the start. It was because it was gonna be Fami's last story, right? Who was the original writer of Coffee Talk, and I wanted to see how they were gonna bring his story to life, especially since like a huge chunk of it was gonna be written by his team, although the original idea was conceived by him, right? And I thought it was just such an interesting way to tackle grief in a basically management sim, life sim type game format. Yeah, I it definitely wasn't like the perfect experience for me, but I did enjoy the narrative. I think the narrative had like a lot of strong points, and it felt stronger. I think knowing what the dev team was also going through and how it probably mirrored a lot and bled into the story a lot that way.
And also with an interesting art style too. Who was the artist again?
Oh my gosh.
Soya something, right? I forgot.
Yes.
Yeah, yeah.
So yeah, too.
Okay,
Yeah.
thank you. Yes, yes. That was a very interesting art style and everything.
Yeah. Very
Works out.
iconic art style.
Yep, yep. Cool, cool.
Yeah. I think those are my honorary mentions.
All right, awesome. Those are very, very lovely picks, especially like from the indie side that you know and love, and stuff that I kind of want to take a look into because I did play a couple of indies too here and there. I guess I think the one that stood out to my mind was probably Absalom, my side.
Oh
Because I
yeah.
love my beat 'em ups since Streets of Rage 4.
Yeah.
And to see that game come out from the same guys who made Streets of Rage 4, but their own IP, hey, it works out just great. Really lovely stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, and before we end the show and whatnot, maybe just tell us about what's in store for you and Magic Rain and Indie Jam for 2026. I mean, I know we kind of made that in the intro, but maybe think of it more like a way to capstone this video. Yeah, like from your side. What's 2026 for your side?
So Indie Jam 4th and 5th April is confirmed. We're going to Management and Science University. It's really exciting for me because the space is going to be, I think, easily, well, if I say 2 times, maybe that's too big. Maybe 1.5 times bigger than it was this year and the previous years. So that means we'll be able to showcase more games. We're going to be able to host more mentorship sessions. I really like how over the years Indie Jam has sort of become a go-to, especially for the local students and kind of their first step into the industry. We're really focusing on initiatives that will benefit them in Indie Jam 2026. So expect like a lot of mentorship stuff, some game jam stuff, and a lot of showcases, especially from student work. Other than that, we're working towards All Aboard, which is our big tabletop event. Date is not confirmed, venue is not confirmed, so you're gonna have to see our socials for that. But that will be our big tabletop event every year moving forward, and I'm excited that we're bringing it back because we did a lot of mini like tabletop stuff this year, and then we really want to like coalesce, I guess, into one big one. At least have one big convention every year. Yeah.
Awesome. Now, how do you want the entire world to reach you, Nathalie Tay? Maybe share like your socials or whatnot on your site, Twitter, Facebook, whatnot. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm on Twitter. I'm Nathalie Tay _ on Twitter. But also, if you want to reach out to the Magic Rain, we're the Magic Rain. Our website is themagicrain.com. I'm just really excited for some of the things that we have upcoming. I can only share about Indie Jam right now.
Okay.
But there's a lot more in store. Yeah.
All right, awesome. And that is it. Thank you so much for joining me, Nathalie, for this video.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you for having me.
All right, cool. And this is me, Mr. Toffee, signing out. Don't forget to subscribe, like our YouTube page and whatnot. We have new content coming in every week. Thanks again for subscribing to us. We are like, I guess there's a lot of people who subscribe to our channel and everything, so it's really cool. So thanks a lot. Check us out on our website, kakuchopurei.com, and we'll see you next time. So happy holidays and everything. Bye-bye, everyone.
Bye-bye. Architect sketches in notes. Oh, okay. Oh, are you fucking kidding me? Would it be like blaming chat if I said that where the arrow appears, where the right side arrow appears on my screen is exactly where chat is overlaid? And so if anything appears in that tiny, like, center of the screen